Do you ever wonder how much billionaires really pay in taxes? Well, get ready for a shocking revelation. Hey everyone! Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into a mind-blowing topic that affects us all. Let's talk about the shocking truth about how much billionaires pay in taxes. Imagine this: you work hard every day, pay your taxes, and try to make ends meet. Now picture someone who has more money than you could ever dream of. You'd think they'd pay a lot more in taxes, right? Well, you're in for a big surprise. We're going to explore how the super rich manage to pay less in taxes than regular folks like you and me. It's a wild ride, so buckle up. The basics of taxes. Let's start with the basics. Taxes are money we all pay to the government. This money helps build roads, run schools, and keep our communities safe. It's like a big piggy bank we all put money into to make our country better. Now, you might think that the more money you have, the more you'll put into this piggy bank. That makes sense, doesn't it? Well, get ready to have your mind blown. The ProPublica Report. A group of smart people at a place called ProPublica did some digging. They found out something crazy about how little tax billionaires pay. Are you ready for this? Some of the richest people in America pay almost nothing in taxes. Let's talk about Jeff Bezos. He's the guy who started Amazon and is super rich. How rich? Well, he has so much money he could buy a huge yacht that needs its own smaller yacht. That's crazy rich. Now, you'd think someone with that much money would pay a ton in taxes. But guess what? From 2014 to 2018, he paid less than 1% in taxes. That's right, less than 1 penny for every dollar his wealth grew. Compare that to regular people like us. We pay about 14% of our income in taxes. That means Jeff Bezos, the richest guy around, pays way less than we do. Isn't that wild? How do they do it? You might be wondering, how do they get away with this? Well, it's all about a clever trick called buy, borrow, die. It sounds like a game, but it's how billionaires avoid taxes. Let me break it down for you. First, they buy stuff like company stocks. As long as they don't sell these stocks, they don't have to pay taxes on them. Even if the stocks become worth a lot more money. Next, instead of selling their stocks and paying taxes, they borrow money from banks. The banks are happy to lend them money because they know these billionaires are super rich. Finally, when they die, they use fancy tricks to avoid paying taxes on all that wealth they've built up. Their kids then inherit everything without paying much in taxes either. It's like a never-ending cycle where the rich stay rich and pay very little in taxes. Why this matters? Now, you might be thinking, so what? Why should I care? Well, this matters a lot. Here's why. When billionaires don't pay their fair share in taxes, it means there's less money for things we all need. Remember that piggy bank we talked about earlier? It doesn't fill up as much as it should. This means less money for good schools, safe roads, and help for people who need it. It also means that regular folks like us end up paying more to make up for what the billionaires aren't paying. It's like if you and your friends were saving up for a big pizza party, but one friend who has lots of money only puts in a tiny bit. That's not fair, is it? What people say about this? Some people try to defend billionaires. They say things like, well, they're not breaking any laws. Or, it's not real money until they sell their stocks. But here's the thing, just because something is legal doesn't mean it's right. And even if billionaires don't sell their stocks, they still live super fancy lives. Remember that huge yacht we talked about? That's real money being spent. The big picture. This isn't just about a few rich people. It's about how our whole system works. In America, we have two main political parties. You might think they're very different, but when it comes to helping the super rich, they often act the same. Both parties get a lot of money from big companies and rich people. So, they don't always make laws that are best for regular folks like us. It's like having two teams in a game, but both teams are secretly working for the same coach. How things have changed. It wasn't always like this. Back in the old days, people were more suspicious of the super-rich. During the Civil War, rich people even had to tell everyone how much money they made and how much tax they paid. But over time, things changed. Rich people used their money and power to change the rules. Now, instead of being suspicious of billionaires, many people look up to them. Some even defend them, thinking maybe they'll be rich one day too. What can we do? So, what can we do about all this? It's not an easy problem to solve, but here are some ideas. First, we need to understand what's really going on. That's why videos like this one are important. The more we know, the better we can make things change. We can also talk to our friends and family about this. The more people who know, the more we can work together to make things fair. Some people say we should call our politicians and tell them we want change. That can help, but it's not always enough. Throughout history, big changes have happened when regular people get together and demand fairness. It's not about being angry or violent. It's about working together to make things better for everyone. Good news. Now, here's some good news. People are starting to wake up to what's going on. More and more folks are realizing that the system isn't fair. They're asking questions and demanding change. We're seeing more protests, more strikes, and more people speaking up. It's like a big alarm clock is going off, and people are starting to pay attention. What's really important is something called class consciousness. That's a fancy way of saying that regular people realize they have more in common with each other than with billionaires. When that happens, real change can start. So, there you have it, folks. The shocking truth about how much billionaires pay in taxes. It's pretty wild, isn't it? Remember, this isn't about being jealous of rich people. It's about fairness. It's about making sure everyone chips in their fair share to make our country better for all of us. Next time you hear someone talk about taxes or see a story about a billionaire, think about what you learned today. And remember, knowledge is power. The more we know, the more we can work together to make things better. Thanks for watching this video. If you found this information surprising or important, please give us a thumbs up and share this video with your friends and family. It's crucial that more people understand what's really going on. And hey, if you want to stay informed about important topics like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. That way, you'll never miss out on our latest videos. Remember, we're all in this together. By spreading knowledge and working for fairness, we can make a real difference. So, until next time, keep learning, keep questioning, and keep striving for a fairer world for all of us. See you in our next video.